Okay, this is just We the People News. All right. My first video was pass-through scam. So there's a couple of different type of pass-through scams, and I thought, it's interesting while I'm on this thought process. And some of y'all are out there smarter than I am, so you may be able to dig a little deeper in this. I'm not an attorney, nor care to be an attorney. All right, I am not giving legal advice. This is my opinion, my observation, and this is just a learning video to think outside the box. Okay, I'm doing this video without prejudice and without recourse. All right, I am reserving all my rights in the whole wide world, y'all. So let's kind of dig into this one a little bit, because this is a little bit different type of pass-through scam. Okay.
All three of these examples, I'd like to thank smallgovcon.com, which is published by CoPrince Law LLC. I'd like to thank the guys over there for putting these articles together. It makes them really concise and easy to read through. So this first example, and I'll zoom in a bit for you, is this 8A fraud guilty plea in pass-through case. So a California man faces up to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty to 8A fraud charges. According to the Department of Justice, Wesley Burnett admitted that his non-8A companies performed all of the work required under various 8A set-aside contracts. And if the pass-through scam wasn't enough, Burnett also admitted to falsely self-certifying his companies as service-disabled veteran-owned small business and also small disadvantaged business, resulting in additional unjustified contract awards too. So in 2010, Burnett met Yogesh Patel, who owned a 8A certified company. So Patel owned the 8A company. Burnett and Patel agreed that Patel's company would bid on 8A set-aside contracts, and then the work on those contracts would be performed by Burnett's non-8A companies. In exchange for this quote-unquote pass-through use of his 8A certification, Burnett agreed to pay Patel 4.5% right off the top, 4.5% of the total value of the 8A contracts. So between 2010 and 2013, Patel's company was awarded $1.8 million in 8A set-aside contracts. Quite frankly, guys, it's really not that much to be playing this type of risky game. Burnett's companies performed all of the work under the contracts, while Patel's 8A company simply served as a pass-through. This is what you should not do. You cannot be a pass-through. Patel previously pleaded guilty to criminal charges for his role in the scheme and is scheduled to be sentenced in January. Again, California man faces up to 20 years in prison. My God. So it says Burnett's pass-through scheme with Patel was not Burnett's only foray into the world of procurement fraud, so maybe that's why they're hitting him a little bit harder. In his plea, Burnett admitted also that he had similar agreements with other 8A companies and doing the same thing for the service-disabled veteran-owned small business game. So this guy was just going to town, taking everybody for a ride. Neither company is identified by name in the DOJ's press release. So in addition to 3 pass-through relationships, Burnett admitted that his company falsely self-certified as service-disabled at various points over a 7-year period. These false certifications resulted in more than $500,000, also in unjustified contract awards. Burnett has pleaded guilty to conspiracy charges and faces a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison. He will be sentenced in February, and this was from, it looks like this was posted back in 2014, guys. But these types of articles are just as important today as they were when they were written. So let's take a quick look at this. So over here we have Burnett, and then we have Patel. Remember?
Alrighty. So the owner of 4D contract is Burnett. Okay. And Patel is our Attorney General. Now it's going to be a little bit different, obviously, but when it still comes out and about, Patel controls the judges and all that, which has forced small businesses, which is family, into these contracts. Okay? The price is different because, instead of Attorney General getting $81,000, it's going to be 1.8, And 4D contract is actually going to be paying out money to snooker people into this.
Patel is the one who has the 8A, and Burnett is the one who's doing the work. So essentially what they did was said, hey, Patel, go out and bid on contracts, win some work, pass it over to Burnett, and that's ended up...
Yeah, bidding on contract, okay, y'all. Realize this. All the states does not have to enter the 4D federal contract. They do not have to do it. Alright? But since the Attorney General is going to accept the 4D, now he's going to create this 4D contract with the state, and he's going to bring more contracts involved in this, basically for the double dipping, because these people right here are saying, hey, Attorney General, the more people you get into this contract, the more I'm going to pay you. Right? And that's how we get, in Texas, $481 million. Actually, I think it's billion, and I'm not going to nitpick it, all right? Billion, million. And when you get to that price, it don't really matter. But how does the state get that much profit? You know what I mean? So you going to pay the family a little piece of something, because this guy right here is going to take your ex, whoever that you are paying from, into money, and then this guy is paying them. So the Attorney General of the state of Texas, which is my state, is double dipping, y'all. Double dipping. Okay?
What happening to the tune of $1.8 million, and then in return for that, Burnett paid Patel, according to their agreement, 4.5% right off the top, which is a meager $81,000. And this is what ended up, getting him caught. So was it worth the $81,000? He would probably say no, but he had this type of scheme going on with many other...
As agreement of 4.5, okay? But our Attorney General is agreeing on 66%. Okay? Out of $480-something billion, I guess. To go ahead and spread out to the wee little children that they're stealing from.
Companies that were 8A and service disabled. So who knows how much money was going on here at this game that Burnett was playing. Patel was basically one who was at the wrong place at the wrong time, or maybe he knew that he was doing things wrong. I'm sure he did. But it's just, man, for $81,000, who would take that much of a risk, right? So guys, this is exactly what you don't want to do. This is example one of a pass-through scheme. So now let's look at another example. Okay,
so I'm going to pause it on here because that's number 2, all right? I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm not that smart, okay? I'm just thinking outside the box and questioning everything. Is in fact the Attorney General, the state of Texas, and the 4D in cahoots with pass-through schemes? I don't know, y'all. You decide. These will be the People News. Bye.